Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheryl if you are new here, and today I'm here to bring you a book haul. It has been a while, I feel like, since I've uploaded a video, but also since I've done a haul. I've amassed a few books, and I actually do have an order coming from an online bookseller called Better World Books. I don't know when they'll be here because Better World Books doesn't charge shipping unless you decide to expedite. And as a result, it kind of takes a while, but no shipping for books no matter how many you order. So, like, in my opinion, the benefits outweigh the cons. But anyway, like I said, I'll have an order coming in. Don't know when that'll get here, but when it does, I will be hauling that in a separate video. But for now, I have a few books to show you. So without further ado, let's just get into this. So these are like in no particular order. These are just kind of stacked next to me. There are all sorts of genres, so yeah. This first one is My Age of Anxiety by Scott Stossel. It's fear, hope, dread, and the search for peace of mind. I have not had the best mental health lately. My anxiety and depression, especially depression, have been really not kind to me lately, and so my therapist recommended another book that I will be hauling later in this video, but it kind of got me on a self-help book kick, as well as just kind of reading about anxiety and depression. So I picked up this one. I started it last night. I'm only like 14 pages in, so I can't really give much about it or my thoughts, but so far I'm enjoying it, and I like humorous looks at anxiety and depression, and so far this seems to be one of those. So this next book, and the one that my therapist recommended, was Daring Greatly: How the Courage to be Vulnerable Transforms the Way We Live, Love, Parent, and Lead by, is it Brene or Breen? I think it's Brene Brown. And this book is pretty much everywhere. If you are into self-help at all, you probably have heard of her, but like I said, my therapist recommended her in this book, so I bought it and read the whole thing in only a few days, and I absolutely loved it. It is very eye-opening because I saw a lot of myself in this book, because the issues and whatnot that I struggle with are not unique by any means, and a lot of other people go through what I'm currently experiencing. And this book kind of helped me pinpoint some of the problems I have and help me work through some of it. I'm not saying that it is life-changing and I am suddenly cured of my mental illness after reading this book, but I enjoyed a lot of aspects. In fact, it is the only book since getting out of school that I have actively highlighted and wrote notes in and things like that. So I really enjoyed my experience reading this, but this is what inspired me to pick up that book. And yeah, I'm just enjoying these kind of self-help books. I like it when they're not preachy. I really don't like self-help books that are super preachy, or if you eat this one vegetable, you're gonna cure your life, because that's just not how it works. So if you have any recommendations for any other books along the lines of those two, leave me a comment down below. I will gladly check them out. This next one is completely different, and that is an annotated... I just hurt my wrist. Oh my god. Ow. And that is an annotated version of Dracula by Bram Stoker. I listened to Dracula as an audiobook, and I don't know if I'll pick this up, but this is actually a book my husband picked out, because this is how he first read Dracula, was actually in this annotated edition, and I found it at half price for $5, so obviously I had to get it, plus the cover's really cool. So I feel like every time I sit down to film a haul, I always end up getting up 15 times during the haul as I remember, oh, I forgot this book, I forgot this book. This next one is one I also forgot to grab right away, and that is Snot Girl, Volume 1 by Brian Lee O'Malley and Leslie Hung. I have read most of Scott Pilgrim and then Brian Lee O'Malley's other graphic novel Seconds, and really enjoyed it. But I have not picked this up yet. My husband started reading it and really is enjoying it so far, so I look forward to picking this up one day soon. I've heard really good things about it. It is kind of all over BookTube right now, so I'm excited to pick that up. This next one is one we bought at a local bookseller. I don't remember the business's name. I think it's Carmichael's, maybe. It's in Louisville. And we were just kind of perusing the shelves, as you do, and my husband found Make Your Place Affordable, Sustainable, Make Your Place. That was not all one title. It's Make Your Place. Affordable, Sustainable Nesting Skills. And what's neat about this book is that it's like entirely handwritten, and it's not just a handwritten font, which like maybe it's me being anal, but like sometimes with these like handwritten fonts I'm like, oh, you're just trying to be cutesy. But this is like actually handwritten because different letters, like A's, will be written differently in the same page, so it's not like it's repeating. Does that make sense? Am I just being weird about this? I probably am. But either way, it's entirely handwritten, and it's just ways to be more eco-friendly and more sustainable without like breaking the bank, because y'all know like eco-friendly products can be stupidly expensive considering they're supposed to be simple. But I look forward to picking this up at some point. I haven't flipped through it yet. It's going to be a super quick, simple, like coffee table type read, but I look forward to picking it up. I say that about every book, which is good because I shouldn't buy books I'm not looking forward to picking up, but I'm guilty of it before. This last one, I still have 2 more. This next one is one my husband bought, and it's really heavy. And it's Neon Genesis Evangelion. I think it's volumes 1, 2, and 3 in this big bind up. I have watched Evangelion and the movie, and it's very, very strange. I really don't know how to describe it other than like people fighting in giant robots. Like they control the giant robots, like Pacific Rim, which I know he got inspiration from Evangelion, but whatever. And then they fight these giant out of outer space like aliens, but they're called angels, and a lot of weird stuff happens. So I don't know if I'll actually read this or what, although the art in this looks almost identical to the anime, which is impressive because that doesn't often happen. And supposedly this goes on beyond what the anime ended at, so I am interested in picking it up for that reason, but this is not necessarily on the top of my priority list, but I am happy to have it even if it is stupidly heavy. Alright, this next one I also got at that local bookseller, and it was one of those like, you know, mystery date with a book type thing where they give you a little bit of description on the front, and I believe this one was said like the Bible if the Bible was fun. So we were intrigued by that, and we ended up with a mass market of the Silmarillion. Is that how you pronounce it? Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. I cannot speak today. By J.R.R. Tolkien. I have not actually read Lord of the Rings. I've read The Hobbit. I do have Lord of the Rings as a ebook and bind up of all 3 in 1. I hope to get to it somewhat soon so I can actually pick this up. But like it is in like pristine condition for a mass market, which is always nice. And it wasn't that expensive, and I look forward to reading it and seeing if it is in fact like the Bible, but fun. And the last thing I have to haul for you today is one that I also got at that bookstore, and I was so happy to find it. Actually, I think my husband might have found it, but either way, we were both so excited because, you know, I collect editions of Lovecraft works. And this is, I think, by far the prettiest edition we have. Maybe tied for the Barnes & Noble edition I hauled last time with like the dark green. But look at this. I don't know how well it's gonna show up on video, but it is like holographic, and it's got gilded edges, and it's got like runes on the back. Y'all, this book is gorgeous, and it wasn't that expensive for how pretty it is. It was like $25, which editions of Lovecraft books, like fancy editions, can get up to like 50 plus. So I was really happy. And it also has, if I can get it, one of these like bookmarking ribbons. It's just all around a really pretty edition. It's just Tales of Horror, so I'm assuming, I haven't actually like flipped through and looked specifically. I'm assuming it's just his, yeah, it's just his most famous stories, like The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath, The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, The Dunwich Horror. So it's just like his most popular, as bind-ups of his stories usually are, but it is just so gorgeous. I cannot wait to have all of my Lovecraft editions like displayed on a shelf next to one another, and I think this one will probably stand out among the rest because it is so pretty. It's so gorgeous. I love it so much. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below if there's any videos you guys want to see. I did a poll on Twitter recently, and technically this haul lost to a tag, but I really couldn't find any tags that I really was that interested in doing, and I don't want to kind of phone it in just to make a video, so here we are. But if you guys know of any tags or any other videos that you want me to do, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to check out my second channel, which is my Let's Play channel. I just started playing Fallout 4, which I have played before, so it is technically a replay for me, but I'm starting to upload those videos in anticipation for Fallout 76. So if you're into that sort of thing, go ahead and check that out. The link to that channel will be below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the social medias, which are also linked down below. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye!